Good morning, everyone. It's Cassie. I hope you're having an awesome day. For this Freaky Friday, we're playing a game called Wytchwood. Wytchwood is a crafting game, but it's kind of in the sequential discovery space. It's not really a survival game at all. There's no surviving we need to do. We just kind of explore by crafting and unlocking new items. So I'm going to jump in here. Once upon a time, there lived an odd little witch in an odd little house. She spent most of her days tending to her odd little garden and resting in her odd little chair. On this day, however, her sleep is interrupted by an odd little noise. It's a goat bleeding. I'm not going to make that sound. I'm sorry. You can't make me. Who's there? Get up. Click or use F to interact. You devil, how dare you wake a young lady from her beauty sleep? She looks like she's got a cauldron for a head. I'm not making that sound. If I wouldn't bleat for you, I'm not going to make this noise. Shoo shoo, get out of my house, you mindless beast. You're making a mess. With a swift kick into the rump, you boot the goat through the front door. It's pretty rude. When did this place get so cluttered? I could have sworn I swept the hearth just yesterday. First things first, my old grimoire must be around here somewhere. I love the art style in this game. I think it is so pretty, and when we get out and we start exploring, you'll see that it's a very pretty game. Aha, here it is. It's later than I recall. Your grimoire contains all of your craftable recipes. You can open it at any time by pressing H. So we seem right now to only have mending poultice, which requires 2 forest herbs and 1 hag shroom, that can be found in the swamp. Swamp. All my recipes are missing. That damnable creature has chewed up all the pages of my book. Where's my belt? I'll need it to carry my things if I'm to go confront the beast. I must have left it in that trunk over there. Okay, we have a braided belt, impi nut, reedy twine, and seeker vine. Oof, my poor back. How long was I napping for? A good dose of medicine ought to soothe these aching bones before I head outside. At least I still have the recipe for my mending poultice. But we don't have the ingredients. I guess I'm seeing them. We needed 2 forest herbs and 1 hag shroom, I believe. Okay. Use the mending poultice to heal. Right-click it. Yep. Sorry, I keep having to yawn. I'm very tired today. Go outside. You step outside into a humid marsh and immediately stub your toe on a twisted root. Ouch. Close your eyes for a wink and the next thing you know, the whole yard's gone to the weeds. Somewhere in the distance, you can hear braying through the dense bramble. Where'd that cross-eyed Billy get to? He could at least put those gnashers to good use on this lawn. Open your map using tab to get a better look at your surroundings. Okay. So we haven't explored much. We need to get to here to find the goat. He beckons without fingers. That's creepy. That's a creepy way to say that. Okay, so I can use WASD to move. Some shears I need, apparently. See, look how pretty it is. It's so pretty. What's this chest? I can't open this. Okay, good to know. Can't go in the water. I will take Everything I can take. I'm still not bleeding for you. Is that all you've got to say for yourself? Nope, yuck. The goat coughs up a disgusting hairball. Ah, yes, hello. Hello, can you hear me now? Apologies, it's been so long since I've used a mortal vessel. Yuck, there's dirt in its mouth. You can talk? Of course I can talk. Has your mind become so filled with cobwebs that you've forgotten your old friend? You wound me, madam. It's good to see you up and about. I was beginning to wonder if you'd ever awaken, though I suppose time flows strangely in this place. Anyway, I've come to collect. Do you have the amount we agreed upon? Oh, he's like shaking me down. He just got here and he's shaking me down. Amount? Amount of what? Oh dear. If you really don't remember, we should go over the contract details again. Down there. The goat nods its head toward the ancient stone gateway looming nearby. And just how am I supposed to get through that solid rock? You're the one who sealed it last. Take a closer look and I'm sure it'll come back to you. Open your witch's eye to inspect objects and creatures and discover their weaknesses. Okay. They said down there, but is this what I'm supposed to be passing? Don't underestimate your senses, my dear. You may be old, but you can see things others cannot. Hidden weaknesses lying below the surface. That's not a sentence. That's a sentence fragment. Ah, I can see it now. There are shallow runes etched onto the surface of this stone, but they're too faint for me to read. A powder of unveiling ought to do the trick. If you hadn't made a snack of my book, I wouldn't have to retranscribe my recipes. I shall not be held liable for any losses or inconveniences incurred as the result of abyssal possession. By inspecting objects and creatures, you can learn new recipes and to craft in your grimoire. I also saw a hex room that I want. Craft an unveiling powder. An unveiling powder needs 2 hag shroom. Oh, I can make this. 1 hag shroom, 2 seeker vines, and 1 imp vine nut. Okay. And they said down, but this is up in my mind. Like I kind of understand where they're coming from when they say down, but no. Use an unveiling powder here. You smear a handful of the glowing powder onto the runes of the doorway. A cool blue light emanates from the glyphs and envelops the entrance in its aura. You squint, attempting to discern the meaning of the letters. They appear to be in some obscure runic alphabet. What gibberish is this? It looks like it was carved by a frightened hen. It must be written in the umbral tongue. Allow me to translate. The goat steps up to the doorway and pauses. Well, what does it say? The goat swings its shaggy head toward you. Dark, matted wool obscures the creature's beady eyes. I cannot see. Unbelievable. What help are you then? I didn't come here to help. I came to collect. Now do something about this mop of hair, would ya? Fine, fine. I think I have some rusty old shears down in the garden. Don't worry. Eventually we'll pass the point that all of this dialogue and reading is necessary. Oops, stop it. Okay, now I can open that chest, it seems like. Reedy twine and my shears. Let's go give this goat a haircut. Did I miss? Nope, okay, got him. With much protesting and a nicked ear, you shear away clumps of dirty hair from the goat's eyes. Ah, much better. Oh my, were you always this grotesque, or is my memory failing me as well? Watch your tongue, or I'll give it a good snip too. Now can you read the runes or not? Yes. A space beneath, she sleeps alone. Tokens given up to the unknown. Fires of 4 shall unroot the stone. Braziers burn and await the crone. Crone? Who's it calling a crone? And what are these tokens I'm to burn? Perhaps you ought to take a closer look at those braziers. So I have a real pet peeve with poetry that doesn't use the right number of syllables on like one line. So that drove me crazy. I need a blue feather, a dog hair, a frog slime, yuck, and a shiny stone to get through here. Things I just said. I don't suppose you swallowed up any of those things while I was asleep. I don't think so, but feel free to sift through this creature's leavings if you want to be completely sure. Yuck, go. No thank you. However, there's a whole world outside this little swamp, you know. See that gateway over there? The one with the lovely green flame? The goat motions to the far side of your yard. I guess a brisk walk in the woods would do these creaky joints good. Too much time indoors is bad for the humors. Here, is it? No. How am I supposed to be getting through? Oh, got it. Into the darkness. Snipping and tearing, your shears make short work of the bramble. In the space between, you cut your way through the remaining vines and suddenly step onto a cold dais. Time seems to float backward, or maybe it speeds forwards. An oppressive, star-filled void stretches as far as you can see. Though there is no wind or sound in this void, a warm fall breeze and the chirping of birds seizes your attention. A doorway. To the forest. Okay, here we can collect a bunch of stuff. We need a blue feather, dog hair, frog slime, and shiny stone. And I can see these things on the map. So I suppose we will start with frogs. I need a hatchet. Hello. Birdwatcher. The woman spins around on her heels so quickly she nearly hits you with her spyglass. Ah, you startled me. Can't you see I'm busy with my scientific research? Research? What is it you're looking for with that contraption? Why, the famed indigo-tufted forest lark. They're said to be native to this forest and this forest only. Have you seen one, perchance? You glance upwards at the small blue bird perched atop the oblivious woman's hat. I haven't, sorry. A shame. Well, it's never too late to open one's eyes to the wonders of the natural world. You never know what you'll discover. She points at a nearby woodland critter, stuffing its cheeks with seeds. Take that squirrel, for example. Spend a few moments watching its behavior and you'll learn everything you need to know about it. Observation is key. Now, if you don't mind, I wouldn't want to miss making an exciting new discovery. The bluebird glances vacantly at you before pooping on the brim of the woman's hat. Snap traps for birds. How close are we to the frogs? Not. We'll go this way. These are fairies. Ragamuffin. Why, lady, what's with that great stinking pot on your head? Okay, that is a cauldron on my head. I would ask the same about all those stinking frogs in your trousers. These people are up to weird business. Ah, you're just jealous. The boy fumbles between trying to wrangle all his frogs and swiping ineffectually at wayward fireflies with a shoddy-looking bug net. Juggling a little more than you can handle, eh? What exactly are you hoping to accomplish flailing about like that? Are you daft? My frogs are hungry, so I gotta catch some of these fireflies to feed them. He takes another wild swing, missing his target entirely. Why don't you let me take a few of those frogs off your hands for a moment? That would let you swing that net properly. Oh, I see how it is. You're after me precious prizes. Well, how about I give you the net and you catch me some fireflies? Then maybe I'll think about trading you one of my froggies. Okay. The boy waggles the net in your face. Where's it going? Come back. I can't catch that with the net. I need the shears? That's weird. No, I don't. Okay. I don't know what to do with that. Squirrels also take snap traps, noted. Anything else discoverable in here? More hagshroom. That's it. Okay, let's go back to the ragamuffin and see if we have enough fireflies. Well, these hoppers aren't going to stick around with empty bellies. The faster you catch those fireflies, the faster we can eat. We can eat? Uh-huh. I mean, the frogs can eat. The boy shakes the jar, rattling the captured insects like pennies in a piggy bank. Oh, these are nice and juicy. The lads are going to feast tonight. Weird. Now, about our deal. You agreed to trade me one of your pets there. What deal? I don't remember making no deal. A frog squirms out of the boy's overalls and plops down by his feet with a wet slap. Dang it, there goes Slippery Pete. He takes a clumsy swipe at the amphibian, but the creature squeezes out of his grasp and bounces into the underbrush. Ah, shucks, I never liked him anyway. If you catch him, he's all yours. That was easy. That was our frog slime. Still need a hatchet. Okay, what am I on my way to? I assume I'll get a hatchet from him. He's got a hatchet. Can I talk to you? Woodsman. Hey, you there. Give me a hand, would you? With what? You seem to have everything under control. These stumps aren't going anywhere. My darn useless son was supposed to help me, but he's wandered off. Probably to go bother frogs and eat bugs, or some such nonsense. Okay, so the ragamuffin is his kid. Anyway, I need help clearing away some of these dead logs. It's late in the season and the wood has started to rot. Just be careful of the purple mushrooms that sometimes grow inside. They'll make you powerful sleepy if you breathe in the spores. As much as I do love poisonous fungi, I'm not much of a lumberjack. Nonsense. Anyone can experience the joys of splitting a fine stump. Here, my boy won't be missing this hatchet. His hatchet. The woodman spins a sharp-looking hatchet in his hands and thrusts the handle at you. Okay. Leather cap. I assume I'm gonna need the purple mushrooms for something. I just shouldn't, like, ingest them on my own. They're not causing me any damage to pick up. What does he want me to do? Anything else here? No. Do I have a journal? Yep. First things first. Oh, that just means to keep getting these things. don't know if he needs anything else from me since I don't have a journal entry for him. What's this? Well-wisher. Okay. Aw man, aw geez. That's the kind of thing I would say. I don't know about this. You tap the man's shoulder and he nearly tumbles headfirst into the well. What's the matter with you? I could have fallen in. Then perhaps you shouldn't be leaning over the edge, like some wobbly stork. That's what's so interesting down this well anyway. Well, my grandpappy used to tell me that people drop all sorts of treasures down there, just waiting for someone to dig it up. Got myself a trowel and thought I'd give it a go. But the rope's out, and it looks awful dark and damp. I get goosebumps just thinking about all the ghoulies that might be lurking down there in the shadows. Ever consider that those ghoulies might get goosebumps thinking about you lurking up here in the sunlight? No, not really. Not sure if that makes me feel any better about them. Maybe the business of treasure hunting isn't for me after all. Here, why don't you take my trowel? I don't think I'll be needing it. You can go down into the well and see those ghoulies yourself. Okay? This old well is deep and dark. You might be able to climb down into it, but the rope has long since rotted away. I've got a bunch of reedy twine. You toss a length of strong homemade rope down into the darkness. It seems like it should support you without much fuss. Okay. Good thing I've got a trowel. I am picking up shiny stones and clay. I'm not seeing any ghoulies, just saying. Locked. I seem to have gotten another one of the items that we needed for our quest. How? What item? Oh, shiny stone. Okay. That looks rather like a ghoulie. Something stirs inside but does not emerge. Alright. That was cool. I glow a little bit when I'm behind something. A frog? Wait. I could get some water with a jar. I don't have a jar, so I suppose I will come back to that. Probably I'll need that later. Okay, well, can I talk to him again? And like, hey, everything's fine, dude. Nope, he's hyperventilating. Is that a person? That's a bird. Okay. What else do we have on our map? I've gone too far for Hair of the Dog. He's kind of back here by the hunter? The hatchet man? Hatchet man is maybe not the right term for that. Silly. Kiln men. Evening, ma'am. Come to check on the pottery. I'm afraid I've just fired up the kiln, so they'll still be a while. Pottery. Bah. I was just admiring that fine canine over there. You point to a scraggly-looking mutt patrolling the yard. May I give her a petting? Oh, you can try, but I wouldn't if you value your fingers. She's a touch bitey today and doesn't much like people going near the ovens. I have a way with animals. Surely I can find something to calm her down. Oh, I can pick up ashes now that I've got the trowel. She is eyeballing me. Okay, yep, go away, please. Thank you. clay, and gold coins. What was that? What is that? Do I need... Hold on. Soot sprite. I need to catch it in my net. Net. Let's see if I can get this. I doubt it. It's awful close to the dog. Got it. Okay. Oh, I see. When I got too close to the dog got little anger bubbles over its head. See it? Oh, oh, oh. Nope, nope. Sorry. I'm sorry. There's still ash over here to collect. It doesn't look like I can go inside this house. And that seems fine. Was there more? No. Okay. So, I need to explore how to calm the dog down. Soporific morsel. And shears. What am I doing with the shears? Oops. Ooh. Knocked a whole heart off. And flung me a good distance. Oh, I need dog hair. Okay. Soporific morsel comes from where? Oops. I don't get to see where soporific morsel comes from. And the blue feather I assume I'll get from... Oh no, I thought I'd get it from right over here where the person was standing. But I actually don't see it on my map. Interesting. That's gotta be wrong. Oh, not him again. Okay, so if I make a snap trap... Okay, once you've made one, holding down F, you can then make them just by pressing F. I put down a couple snap traps. The birds do not care about them, so I will move them. There we go. I got a meaty morsel out of that. I can make a soporific morsel by adding a soporific potion, for which I need jars of water. Did I pick up jars? I did pick up jars. Cool. I'm gonna take this trap back. Nope, take it back. And then we can head back to the well and use the jars to get water. No, stop putting your traps down. I heard that trap snap. I got everything that was down here, so it looks like stuff respawns. Could I have you please, Mr. Frog? Thank you. Okay. Now we will make a soporific potion. Let's make 2 of them. and we can make a soporific morsel, which we will give to the dog. Frog slime, blue feather, shiny stone, and dog hair. That's all I need for those braziers. I should head back home now. I actually wanted to collect the stuff that snapped out of that trap. Rodent lard. I must have gotten a squirrel. Meaty morsel. Times 2. Okay. Into the decay. And back home. The brazier awaits an offering. Blue feather. A strong force pulls the feather down into the large basin like a magnet. It bursts into a bright flash of light as cold flames engulf its essence. The dog hairs take a moment to fall from your fingers, fluttering down into the basin one by one. The fur bristles into foul-smelling coils before erupting into a cold green flame. You gently squeeze the globs of wet slime, ew, from your satchel into the basin. Gross. I just imagine it like cheesecloth. The mucus bubbles and pops before cold flames reduce it to a fine, odorless ash. They really love the idea of cold flames, don't they? You drop the stone into the basin with a resounding, chiming sound. Fractures trace across the pebbles before it cracks open and a cold green light swallows within its flames. The emerald flames of the braziers play strange shadows across the stone doorway. You watch as fingers of shadow crawl up the rock face and crack open the solid granite like stale bread. The stone crumples away into darkness, revealing a yawning stairway descending down into the cold earth. After you, madam. Into the shrine. Who's this, then? Sleeping maiden. Encased inside a gilded crystal coffin lies the body of a young woman. Though she sleeps in an enchanted slumber, her ageless features express a deep sadness. I have nothing to say. The sound of cloven hooves echo against the marble floor as the goat comes to your side. Quite something, isn't she? Do you remember bringing her to me? I brought her to you? Why? Who is she? I haven't the faintest idea. All I know is you brought her lifeless form to my doorstep and begged me to save her soul. Save her from what, and why is she asleep? Why, from the 12 wicked souls whom you said wronged her in life, villains who deceived her and cheated her and broke her spirit. And as we agreed, here she will sleep until our contract is fulfilled, until you bring me those 12 wicked souls. Oh, that's my payment then. What? I remember no such contract. Our pact is binding, regardless of what you do or do not remember. And at the goat's words, you feel something hard and dark locked away in the depths of your heart. It speaks the truth. And just why should I do your bidding? Seems like a lot of bothersome trouble to me. What do I care about some sleeping beauty? Bring me the 12 souls, and I will release the sleeping maiden from her slumber. Our agreement will be fulfilled. Who knows, in time you may even remember why you brought her to me in the first place. Or, you can simply return to the comfort of your little hovel, where you will waste away until the weeds grow so thick that not even your shears will be able to cut you free, and your mind will stay as empty as that grimoire of yours. But it is a big decision to make so hastily. Why don't you sleep on it? The heavy weight fills your marrow. Your eyelids flutter and barely able to stay open. What have you done to me? I can't stay awake. I never claimed to be a good narrator, just so you know. What was the sense in the goat putting me to sleep? What do I have to do now? Nothing. Good morning. I trust you've made up your mind? Will you collect the souls I've asked for, or would you prefer to stay stuck in this festering swamp? Alright. No need to get your horns in a twist. I'll do as you ask. You haven't given me much choice. Splendid. As it happens, I can already sense the first 4 souls we seek. 2 are in the forest, another in the swamp to the north, and the last in the fields to the south. Could you be more specific? Near a shapely stump, perhaps inside a tree with a face, by an overgrown mushroom grove. What do I look like, a compass? Go out there and look for yourself. New chapter, The Sleeping Maiden. Press tab to view. Okay, collect 4 souls for the goat. The goat has made clear his desire, if not his intentions. A bear in the forest, the ox in the fields, the leech in the swamp, and the snake in the forest. I am surprised that sleeping didn't recover my health. I am still down 1. I haven't yet found the entrances to the swamp and the fields, but we will. We need... Here's the snake. A maiden weeps lakeside for her lost lover. Here's in the care of the leech. The sick house of the swamp seems the final destination for those in its care. Okay, so the swamp's up there. Can't bear the sweetness. A delayed shipment from the fields angers the bear even further. And labor of an ox in the fields, a strange farmer toils, not tolls. These are entrances, it looks like. These little ones. It's not pretty, but it's here. Cool. So, let's say we start with the snake. I can't mark waypoints. I don't have a mini-map, so I'm kind of just winging it. This was not open before, and I expected to have to do something to open it. I guess I don't. Ooh. It's angry! Oh no, it's angry! Okay. It needs a cinder box. It's a dryad. This tree seems particularly angry about something. Maybe everything. I feel you, particularly angry tree. What are you? Fairy totem. An inscrutable construction of the Fey folk, its purpose, as mysterious as they. Weakness is unknown. Goblins, weakness is dreadful dull. Issues a rattle so intense and unsettling it shakes itself to dust, useful against goblins and bandits. Oops, she's angry. That's a pretty noise. Pixie nest. An assemblage of detritus and fey saliva, but one that some tiny beings call home. What a pretty tree is what I have to say about that. And I agree. Okay, where am I in relation to... right on top of it. Weeping Maiden. You approach a young woman weeping sorrowfully, not sleeping woefully, into her palms. She catches her breath for a moment and looks out longingly over the placid lake. Oh, my sweet songbird, why have you forsaken me to a life devoid of your love? Tears well up in her eyes as she buries her face once again. You consider leaving this melodrama well enough alone. I love that because that's exactly what I felt about it and exactly what I would do. But something about the poor girl reminds you of the maiden slumbering under your house. You draw out a tattered handkerchief and offer it to the maiden. There, dry your eyes, my child, and tell old Granny what the matter is. Old Granny? Oh, thank you, you're very kind. She takes the cloth and daintily dabs the corners of her eyes. Swallowing the last of her sobs, she composes herself before sighing wistfully. It's my beloved, such a sweet and romantic man with the voice of a meadowlark. He... I get it, he dumped you. Well, don't worry, there's plenty of other frogs in the swamp. What? No, he loves me, and I him. Though our families would never allow us to be together, he'd come and sing outside my balcony every night. One night we both vowed to escape and meet by this lake. Her lip quivers. I waited and waited under the waning moon. even past the morning sun, but he still didn't reveal himself. Tough break, maybe he just wasn't that into you? The woman snaps at you with sudden vitriol. He would never abandon me. We were destined to be together. She slips back into a melancholic gaze out over the lake. Even now, I can still hear the beautiful melody of his lute coming from across the water. Over the dull sounds of lapping waves and quacking waterfowl, faint notes of some faraway stringed instrument whisper through the reeds. Oh, I hear it too. Maybe you aren't just mad in love. It's coming from somewhere in the middle of the lake. He's out there somewhere, I just know it. She crumples into another dramatic bout of inconsolable tears. Now, I'm sure it's just some echo bouncing off the shore. I'll go find where this tardy bard of yours has run off to. Tardy bard. Press tab to open your journal and review the quest objectives. Track quests to display what to do next. Is that you say? Track quests? I am tracking this quest, and it's really only showing me an icon on the map. Reveal the source of the sounds by the forest lake. Something sneaky is hiding and laughing in the woods. Use item... The guide power. The witchy guide. Speak to the weeping maiden. I did that. Humble Basin. Once perhaps part of a lovely plaza, now little more than a bird bath. The music seems to be strongest on this shore, but even here you can't quite place the source. It seems to be emanating from the half-sunken ruin poking out of the lake's waters. Maybe that fool bard's hiding way out there. But I swim about as well as hens fly. Hens don't fly. That's the point she's making. She can't swim. Suddenly some unseen voice chitters mockingly into your ear. I don't want to read that. You spin round, but no one is there. Just a nattering laughter bouncing on the wind. Who's there? Show yourself, spirit. Elusive pixie. Needs unveiling powder and catching net. Can I not catch it until I have the unveiling powder? I mean, I can mouse right over it. No, I can't. For unveiling powder, I have everything I need. Added inventory, or pixie dust to inventory. You snap your hand around the elusive creature and squeeze. Back, let me go, you knobbly pot. You're crushing the life out of me. You trifling little pest, what do you know about this music? Music? What music? All I hear is the slapping waves and the peeping birdies. Your wrinkly old ears must be full of bugs. That's really rude. Don't you play smart with me. I'll pop your head off like a daisy. Also pretty rude. Oh, you mean that music. It's the sound of the snakes traveling circus. I thought everyone knew that. Circus stays still, but the door is the thing that travels, you see. And right now the door's out on that lake, but you'll never get in. You give the wretched sprite a good shake, and a shower of glittering dust sheds off its wings. Tell me how to cross the lake, or I'll make a necklace from your teeth. Only Feyfolk can show the way. Dirty fairies built a bridge. Keep all you big folk out unless the snake invites them in. You're a fairy, aren't you? Where's this bridge? We're a pixie, not one of those blamby-pamby mushroom herders. Besides, the bridge is invisible to big stompers like you. The creature peers over your shoulder and waves its tiny arms. Oh, look, there's a fairy now. Why don't you ask her? You turn to look, but in your moment of distraction, the pixie sinks its sharp teeth into your finger. Ouch, you sneaky little blighter. Springing free from your grasp, the slippery monster chitters a laugh and vanishes in a cloud of smoke. You look down at your dust-covered hand. Fairy or not, this bridge must be around here somewhere. Investigate the basin by the forest lake. Oops. Actually, we'll take that stuff, thank you. What's this that I picked up? Bait stick. Is this the same dog? No. there's a changeling up there, and I need to interact with it and or use the logger's hatchet with it. But that dog is gonna mess me up. Do I have what I need to make another soporific morsel? Press G for grimoire, you goober. Yes. Cool, so 5, 7. This dog doesn't seem to care about me, actually. At least not yet. Okay. Oh, I'm kind of glad I did that behind the trees so you didn't have to see what was happening. It was dark. What is this? A fairy totem. Right. This dog is so wildly indifferent to me. I love it. This is good. Nope, get out of there. This is, yep. It's gonna hit me. I'm just gonna do a quick heal. What's their problem? They need Dreadful Doll. How do you make Dreadful Doll? G is not to open your grimoire, by the way. H is. I don't have the recipe for Dreadful Doll. Yes, I do. Requires 3 grain from the fields, hopper legs, and a sewing kit. I do have the recipe for sewing kit, but it requires something from the swamp, so I'm not ready for that. Okay, I suppose with our last few minutes, let's go see the swamp. Since it seems like we're not going to be able to progress forward without it. Am I going the wrong way, or can I get through here? I don't think I can get through here. Okay, maybe. Maybe I can. I don't need more clay just yet, so I will hold off on that, but I will take some stuff from here. Into the swamp. Can I just take a snail? Oh, geez, that's kind of rude. What's that? Poisonous newt requires bait stick. I have a bait stick. Oh, no. Meaty morsels, bug ichor, and sewing kit. Cool, that saves me having to make one myself. If I had jars, I could collect water. Old woman, who's there? My eyes have gone milky. Please come a little closer, sister. I don't believe we've met before. Why do you call me sister? I don't need sight to see someone who's also signed a dark contract. The woman looks blindly through you, though you can sense her focus. Contract, so you've had dealings with that damnable goat too? What sort of pact did he rope you into? Oh, you know how it is. I was young, and he weren't no goat when I knew him. We used to dance naked under the blood moon and raise the dead to frighten the dull country folk. Ah, but it's ancient history now. Old age comes for us all, and eventually you've got to hang up the sacrificial dagger and settle down into the comforts of retirement. I know the feeling. I miss my cozy chair and little fireplace. Seems like a fine spot you've got here. Well, it's not all posies and pumpernickel. She clutches worriedly at the moth-eaten blanket in her lap. What's rattled your bones? Maybe I can help. It's my dear old husband, handsome chap, although a bit clumsy. He had a tumble trying to weed out some swamp traps from the yard. Awful things like to snap at your toes when you're not looking. Anyway, he twisted his ankle pretty bad and went off to the sick house to have it looked at. But that was a few days ago. He should have been back by now. And these legs haven't worked right in decades, so I can't even go to check up on him. I've been so worried. I even thought about making another contract. Don't you dare, you just wait here. I'll go find him and see what the bother is. Thank you, sister. The sick house is down the road to the west. Be careful of the critters along the way. They've got a taste for blood. Yeah, so I've noticed. I will take this snail, please. Thank you. Hello. That thing is surely aggro. We'll stay away from that for now. Oop. Okay, let's actually take a look at the map, see where we're going. Rotten aperture. The sick house is not on the map, so that's cool. Tempting forest path. I am aware that my health is low. I need seeker vines to make a potion. Okay, oops. I didn't mean to do that. There's a bloodsucker. Requires spirit salts. More snails. Rotting stump. Requires the hatchet. Oop. I feel like I should avoid... Yep. The angry wasps. Wasps? Skeeters. That makes sense. Actually, I will take that seeker vine. Thank you very much. Is the sick house to the sick house? Cool. We'll take a quick look at the sick house and then we'll end it for the day. Nurse, hold on now. The sick house is full to the brim and festering with disease. Don't you know there's a deadly plague going around? A plague, you say? This is the first I've heard of it. Oh, it's terrible. It affects the young and the old, the healthy and the infirm alike. We're so swamped with patients, I can barely catch my breath. So what are you doing out here? Shouldn't you be inside tending to the ill? We've just got so many bodies piling up. Someone has to bury them before they spread the sickness further. She drops her voice to a whisper, looking ashamed. It's gotten so crowded I've even had to dump some in the swamp. Honey, baby, if you are trying to avoid a plague, you don't put the bodies out in the water. That seems unethical, among other things, yes. But don't worry, the leech is inside working her miracles on the other patients. They couldn't be in better hands. The leech, that's the doctor of this place? The best in the land. I don't dare think about how much worse it would be without her skills. I need to speak to her. I'm checking up on someone who came through here. Sorry, I cannot in good conscience allow a person of your years to enter such an infectious space without proper inoculation. But with all the patients, we're low on medicine, and I'm afraid I don't have any to spare. Bah, what's a simple booster shot made from anyway? There's plenty of medicinal ingredients right here in the swamp. I'll go get them myself. Well, it's a pretty basic prescription. If you bring me the components, I'll be able to mix and administer it. Then you can go inside. I'll need 3 milligrams of bug ichor extract, 5 grams of toxic thistle powder, and some lazy grass to numb the pain. I've got 1 bug ichor, no toxic thistle, and no lazy grass. I cannot open this chest that I'm seeing on the ground. What else is here? Headstones? Blank, though it certainly seems like someone was buried here not too long ago. They all say that. They all say nothing, in essence. Okay, so if I... Smoke pellets are useful against skeeters, and I can make one. I can make exactly one. Cool. Dragonfly wings and bug ichor. Cool, I did need bug ichor, that's helpful. What are you? Toxic thistle, which I also need. I'm trying to avoid the leeches. I actually don't know whether they cause damage, but it seems like they would, you know? How much bug ichor do I need? I don't get to know. I have as much bug ichor as I need. I need lazy grass from the fields. Okay, we're not going to get to that today. And toxic thistle. I think this game... Well, hi. Can I talk to you, or are you hostile? A fat troll sits squarely in the middle of the bridge, busy scratching an itch on his back with the fallen tree. His unmatched girth blocks the path forward. Out of the way, you big galoot. He shifts his mass and releases a loud fart as you attempt to circumvent him. Woof. Fine, keep your bridge. I'll come back when the vapors have dissipated. Okay. He's just gonna sit there and fart at me, I guess. So... here's the thing about this kind of game. This art style is so cute, and I will never get over just how adorable it is. I wish more games utilized this particular style of art. But with this kind of game, like where you have to just collect everything and craft everything, I think it would get old. You know what I mean? I think this game would be great for some people who are very into sequential discovery and opening up new areas and new crafting recipes by like sequentially unlocking other ones. But for me, this isn't necessarily like my usual jam. But I want to know what you think. Tell me what you think of this game. Tell me what you think of the art style, the music. Is this your kind of game? Would you play this? If you wouldn't play it, believe me, I understand. Thank you for joining me for another Freaky Friday. I have been having a lot of fun with this. I'm running into a point though where it's like kind of hard for me to find the games that I might want to play. So I'm open to suggestion as well if there's anything that you love that you want to see me play. I know a lot of you've had amazing ideas and they've become series on my channel, like Planet Crafter was one that was recommended to me by a few people. In the meantime, I hope you have a lovely day and an excellent weekend, and I'll see you on Monday for Frostpunk 2.